Welcome back. This is Aquarium Hacks by Marcus. And today, of course, I know in my last video I was going to talk about cyprochromas a little bit. Were they worth it? Well, cyprochromas are worth it, and then they are not worth it. To me, I don't think I would buy anymore again because they're so expensive. They are a unique fish, a unique cichlid, that's actually a shoaling cichlid. That shows in the top of the water. They got some pretty nice colors and stuff like that. But what I spend, because I couldn't get by without spending $180, plus shipping and everything for 5 of them. And so to me, the cyprochromas, if you're a beginner getting into Lake Tanganyika, I wouldn't buy them because of the expense. And there are some other great options like Australian rainbow fish or different kind of rainbow fish, which are great fish and are hard water fish. They have great colors and they eat well and do well. There are also some tetras you can put in there with your smaller Lake Tanganyika cichlids. Like I got Harley Quinn and Brilliant Rasboras, which have great colors that you can mix in there. But if you want a biotop, I understand they might be worth buying if that's the kind of fish you want to buy. But I've seen these fish, go anywhere from $25 for a small fish all the way up to like $95, $100 for one that's fairly decent size. There's one website selling 5 for $395. That's the kind of money you want to spend on those kind of fish, then have at it. But I'm not going to spend that much money, and I hate that I even spent $180 on them, really. But I'm going to keep them and keep them in my community tank. But I think they're worth it because a lot of people want to get their hands on them if you put them in a species only tank, okay, and if you breed them out, and then maybe make some money on them or have a nice big school of them or something like that. But they're great fish. They're wonderful fish. They're pretty unique. It's just that if I had to do it over again, I would just not probably have got them and just done something like Australian rainbow fish. Would have paid probably a quarter of the price that I paid for those fish, and probably got more of them, and just had my tank stocked up with that. But if you're looking for that biotop, tank, then of course, you want to go with that. But today I want to show you an awesome rock that I got. Look at this realistic rock. Look at this. Look at that. This beautiful rock. This dragonstone rock that I got here. I picked it up for only this dragonstone rock only cost me $125. It didn't cost me $125. You know why? Because this huge large rock is fake. Yes, it's fake. But I'm really excited to show you guys this new rock, these new decorations that I got in from my tank. Look, see, it's hollow, it's fake. But this thing really looks good. And you get a pack of 5 of these. And this is from the H2O Aquarium Products. That's H2O Aquarium Products. I found these on Amazon. He also sells them on eBay. And they are polyresin rocks. Now, let me show you something. I'm going to take the phone off the camera and put this awesome large rock back. And I'm going to use them in my fish tank because I really like them. And the camera doesn't even do them justice, but let me show you something. So here are these rocks. Look how beautiful those rocks are. Look how realistic looking they look. And the largest one, the tallest one, is about 15 inches tall. And the biggest one, which is right there in the middle, is about 12 inches long. And the small one, I think, is like 6 inches by about 7 or 8 inches long. But look at the design of those rocks. Look at that. Now, yeah, I know that they are fake rocks, but these rocks are absolutely stunning. I mean, they are some absolutely beautiful rock. Hopefully my finger isn't getting in the way too much. Look at the design of that. Let me do it this way. Look at the design of those rocks. Aren't those some beautiful rocks? Now, granted, you can get, real rock like this, but if you're going to get real dragonstone rock, I got 5 of these. I only paid like $120 for them. But if I was to get 5 Dragonstone rocks this size and this nice looking, I would have paid well over $200 just for these 5 pieces, And so that's what I'm saying. You can get a beautiful rock like that and really enjoy this in your aquarium. Now, I'm going to put this back on me just for a second. And so, those rocks are absolutely gorgeous. I'm just going to grab one of the big ones here. So these rocks here are absolutely gorgeous. And I know a lot of people, and like I said, when I come here to try to help you to save money. Okay, if you want an awesome looking rock like that in your aquarium, just look at the features on that thing. You want an awesome looking rock like that in your aquarium? If you was to buy this, let's say from Universal Rock, and I had them quoted me, for their rocks like this, there was like $140. And then not only were they $140, but they were also $37 shipping too. So you're looking at something like $170 for, rocks from Universal Rock. Which if you like Universal Rock, then go ahead and buy it. But if I can find a better deal and try to save some money, then that's what I'm going to do. And so I got these, like I said, from Amazon, and they are absolutely, just look at the design of those. They are absolutely fantastic, and I cannot wait to get rocks looking this great in my tank. The texture of them is wonderful. Now, they are made from poly resin, which is a really wonderful product and most of our fake aquarium decorations are made from poly resin. But these are I'm going to redo my, rescape my tank in the back there, and hopefully, and I'm going to be using these, and these are really going to bring out, I think, a wonderful aquascaping and provide a lot of hiding places for my fish as well. This is just an excellent rock. I really can't say just enough about how wonderful and how good looking these rocks are. Here's one of the smaller ones. But I really just can't say, enough about these rocks. Now, this is what they look like dry. Imagine if this rock was, when they get in the water, what it's going to look like, It's just a wonderful rock. Now, you can go buy a Dragonstone rock and spend a lot of money for it, And some people like that. They want to buy Dragonstone and stuff like that. And I can understand. You can, build Dragonstone rock in different kind of ways, have it this way or whatever, turn it that way or whatever. But, you're going to pay a lot of money for it. This one, the only downfall is you really can't turn it this way or stack it any kind of way you want. They're really made just to be standing up, straight up like this. Is why they're really made to be. And what's just the best way to put them in your tank. But if you stack these this way and stand them this way in various kind of ways, you'll be amazed what you can do with this beautiful rock. Now, like I said, they're pretty huge, so I wouldn't recommend them for nothing less than a 20-gallon high, probably, And if you put them in a 20-gallon high, it's going to absolutely take. If you put all 5 of them in there, it's going to take the complete 20-gallon high. It's going to take all of the room in a 20-gallon high. You could probably do these rocks in probably a couple 20-gallon highs. It works really great, I think, in maybe a 29-gallon and up. 29 gallons, got that 30 inches. 40-gallon breeder would be wonderful to put them in. I'm going to mix them in my, of course, my 90-gallon 5-foot tank. It will look great in that. And so, yeah, fake rocks, right? I like it. They don't displace a lot of water like real rocks do. You're going to have more water volume in your tank if you use, fake rocks. But I'm not advertising for them. I'm just, just telling you what I know about fake rocks and real rocks. Thing about real rocks is, though, like the ones I got back in my tank, they're going to outlast that poly resin rock, I'm sure, for years to come. Those rocks that I got in my back of my tank will outlast me. But the poly resin will last, will last a very, very, very long time in your aquarium and will last for many, many, many years. And so you don't have to worry about that. In this H2O, aquarium H2O, they make really good polyresin. It's not like the thin stuff, you know. This stuff here is pretty thick, you know. But just don't drop polyresin decorations. You drop them, you're gonna crack them. They're gonna crack like glass, especially on concrete or something like that. But if you just set them in the glass tank, they're gonna do great. I will say one advantage that real rock do have over polyresin rock is sometimes if you're like me, you can find them for free. That's one big advantage. You don't have to pay $120 for 5 pieces of dragonstone looking rock like this. You can just, you know, find, like, they're not dragonstone behind me, but you know, they're a nice brown rock, and you can just find those for free. And so I just decided just to kind of throw that out there. If anybody want some of these, when I ordered mine, they only had 2 left. I ordered 1 package. They came to me, you know, well packed, and I really like that. Another thing why I like ordering from at least Amazon most of the time over a lot of other places, such as Universal Rock. If I'm not satisfied with this, no problem. Send it back, get my money back, no problem. Sorry, Universal Rocks, even though they make some awesome rocks. If I was reading their return back policy, you have to send that back on your own shipping terms, and then they will turn around and charge you, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, a 20% restocking fee. So always read the fine line, know what you're getting, and that way you can get stuff that works well for you. Excuse me for a second there. Got a little bit of a sinus problem. Sorry about that. And so just wanted to show you guys that. Now also what I'm going to add to my Lake Tanganyika tank is I ordered 3 Calvis cichlids. White Calvises. I love the Calvis cichlid. The compressor subs and Calvis are probably my favorite, one of my favorite Lake Tanganyika cichlids. Just love them. I like them, and I like Julius chromis. I'm thinking actually doing just Calvis and Julius chromis, and then maybe the Cyprichromis and the other fish swimming on top. That would make a really, really, really cool tank. But I want to show you these white Calvis cichlids, if they will show their head. Well, there's one of them. Dirty tank, very, very dirty tank on the outside. Sorry I didn't clean it in time. But those right there are my white Calvis cichlids. Beautiful. And these came at a good 2 inches at least in the mail. And I got these guys from eBay. Absolutely beautiful fish. They're a little shy right now. Got them in quarantine. Not because they're sick or have any kind of diseases or anything like that. I got them in quarantine so I can make sure that they calm down, eat, and get strong before I put them in my main tank. So, sorry about that again. Look at the floor. And action. Okay. So, those were my Calvis cichlids, and I'm looking forward to putting them in the tank. I will change up some things in the tank. I'm a little bit afraid of changing up some things in the tank, in the Lake Tanganyika tank, or Tanganyika, because the Julius chromis, I've got at least 1 pair I know that have broke off, you know, that are paired off, and I'm afraid if I change up the decorations a little bit, it might break up their bond. But you know, we will see how that works. I don't know if that will really happen too much. I've heard of people changing up their decorations, and in Julius chromis, the bond is still there, and they still do just fine. And while some cases, the fish decide to get a divorce from each other. And so we're going to see how that goes. But I know people that own Julius chromis, even if they got a breeding pair, they don't keep their tanks the same. Because what happens if you have a sick fish in your tank? You got to get them out of there, right? So you got to move the decorations out and all that stuff to catch that fish. You can't catch them in a rocked up tank. So what happens then, right? What happens if your tank springs a leak? You got to get all the fish out of there, right? Put them in another tank and change it all around. So what happens then? So, you know, like I said before, you know, you got to try things out for yourself to find out if everything is exactly true or not. I do know that cichlids are individuals, and it really do count on the kind of cichlids that you have. Now, people say that Leupi is an aggressive cichlid, and I 100% agree, because I had some Leupis that was mixed in together. I had a male and some females and some other males, and it was horrible. They were so aggressive, especially toward each other. But now I've got one Leupi that's a male in there, and he's not really that aggressive at all. And so it counts on how you put these fish in and who you put them in with. It's going to show their aggression level or not. And so African cichlids have their own personalities, and so that's something that we have to learn. And now my next video is going to be, I want to talk about, is it good to have, just one big tank, or is it good to have several smaller tanks? Which one would you prefer? Just a one big gigantic tank, or the several small tanks or medium-sized tanks that you can put in? Which is the better for you to have? And so which is the best one? So I'm going to give my thoughts on that. And hey guys, keep on hacking.